Hey there, this is Travis Willingham, and you're listening to DDO Players News.
Hey now, everybody, it is Future Drac in post-editing. Just wanted to apologize for the show. As you can tell, I am sick. I have been sick for a couple of weeks with this Ravenloft plague. Trying to get rid of it. I had to do some editing of the show. I had some cough, couldn't edit it out. I think I got most of them. If any is in there, I do apologize for that. And I apologize, I gotta have some Ravenloft plague brain going on. So I'm a little scatterbrained, and the show kind of reflects that a little bit. So I apologize for that. Hopefully next recording we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming with the non-Ravenloft plague.
Good day, everyone. This is Patrick Niels, and welcome to DDO Players News, where we take a look at latest in DDO and on the tabletop. And please welcome my host from Ravenloft, Dracula.
Hey now, everybody. How's it going?
Hello there, Drac. I hear that there's a little chill coming in the area of Ravenloft from the direction of Lamornia.
Yes, there's also plagues and sicknesses and God knows what else happening around this place.
Usual stuff then.
Indeed. And again, I blame the Bastani. This is their fault somehow. I don't know how. But if I find the Bastani that got me sick, I'm going to hunt you down, and you will rue the day.
Okay.
As you can tell, yes, I have the Ravenloft plague, so that's why we haven't had an episode for the past couple weeks. Tried to record it, and I was dying, so yeah, or undying, as it were, I guess. Not exactly. Now that I think about that, I'm not exactly sure how that would work. But yeah.
It feels like someone's trying to drive a stake into your heart or something.
Something like that. It was not a good time, as you can tell from my voice. And this is actually 100% better than what I have been, believe it or not.
Well, then, let's hope we get another 100% better tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, let's have a look then at some release notes, or at least as much as Drac can recite in it with his current voice.
Exactly.
Where we have the release of Update 75.3.
Yes, this came out Thursday, September the 11th. This was extensive work being done to clean up the incorrectly flagged decorative objects which were being tracked by the server and causing the garbage collection process, which we talked about in the last episode, to back up when under heavy load conditions. These objects are mostly things like bones, flowers, bushes, and grass. Other than improving server performance, these adjustments should have no impact on the gameplay.
Now, I say it had improvements to game performance, but
that's what I was going to ask. Since I've been dying, I haven't played at all. I was going to ask you if you've been playing in better, worse, same?
Oh, well, it's definitely not worse. Mm-hmm. I would say it's better, but certainly not perfect. Now, I have not played since release of 75.4, which was yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Which we'll talk about in a moment.
We'll talk about later. And I think that might have some more tweaks on that matter. Mm-hmm. So I haven't played since then, so I don't know if that update has any improvements or anything like this. But I'd say that there were improvements, but there were still occasions where the server is going something which, based on the behavior, I think it's still collecting garbage of some sort.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. Certain rock formations and walkable trees have had their physics simplified. These objects were found to be excessively complex and were taxing on the server. Once again, this is more lag work. More of these effective objects were mainly found in Mythd and the Isle of Dread landscapes.
Okay, now when they said walkable trees, I mean, I didn't think that we had horns.
I have no idea what that means, because as far as I know, we do not.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means like when you're walking towards a tree and the server renders it. I don't know if that's what I'm not sure. I wondered about that too, because I'm like, as far as I know, Like the closest we would have would be like a shoot, and now I'm totally blanking the name. The big bush shrub monster things. Somebody is going to comment down below. You dumb idiot! It's the you know what I'm talking about. It's like they're in Ravenloft. They're in a few other. If I think of it, I will inject it in post edit. If I think of it, or somebody comment and tell me I'm an idiot that I can't think of the monster that I'm thinking of. They're not really trees, but close enough, I guess. I'm
okay,
not sure.
Because I know that you have those things. Because what I'm remembering from is in the Borderlands where you have this little monster that.
Yep. Those two. I don't know.
Those twig blights or whatever.
Yeah, called. We'll have to see if I can get a full statement from SSG on what the heck a walkable tree is. SSG, if you're listening, what the heck is a walkable tree? They also fixed some windows that were floating up in the air in the Lamortia landscape. Okay, just a floating window.
Okay, they're floating around near the walking trees. Yes.
Apparently so. The trees like windows, I guess. Quest XP in Heroic Difficulty Quest in the Chill of Ravenloft have been increased, and several quests which were incorrectly set up as medium are now flagged as long. And that also boosts their XP in favor on all difficulties. I know that was a big thing right at first. Everybody was complaining about the XP in Chill of Ravenloft, so apparently that was fixed in this update.
Well, this is rather strange because if I remember correctly, when I finished Chill of Ravenloft, I was ready not only to level up from level 13 to level up to 9, but I think I had enough that I just had to sneeze and to be ready to go up to level 10.
Okay.
So I don't think I had any trouble with XP, but that character was doing a lot of quests in a lot of areas before I even got to Lamortia, so maybe I just didn't notice it because of that.
Oh, it might be. Also, the waypoint out of the graveyard of the Lamortia Wilderness now spawns consistently, and Tree Walker, not a walking tree, but Tree Walker, who actually is a rare spider in the Keep on the Borderlands Wilderness area, will no longer get stuck inside of a wall and can now be defeated.
Oh, how nice.
I don't know as if I've ever seen that spider in Borderlands, to be honest.
Maybe because it was always stuck in a wall.
It might be. And they did say it's rare, so and we all know how the RNG loves me, so yeah. So there's our 75.3 release notes.
All right, then let's go to 75.4, which the only thing I've done in 75.4 so far was to open up a box.
Well, congratulations on opening the box. Yeah, this was just released yesterday, Wednesday, September the 24th, as we record this episode. The main thing in here, an issue has been corrected with hireling pathing. This pathing could cause significant server performance issues if they could not path to their players. So once again, this is another point where they're like, this might be some of the lag and server instability that we're seeing. So,
and some of the annoyances of NPCs.
Hirelings, that's part for the course with hirelings. There, you just got to get used to it being stupid. Also, a bug has been corrected that can allow more hirelings to be summoned than intended. Wow, I wish I would have had that bug and could have had a whole, 12 hirelings in a party or something. That'd be great. I'm assuming that's what that bug was, but apparently no more.
Or it could have been that it was allowing you to bring in a hireling when, a non-Gold Seal hireling when you had already had one.
That could be too. Damn, that could be. The update also does include some preparation for this year's Night Rebels event. Yay! Yay, Night Rebels! That does begin on Wednesday, October the 1st, and will run through Tuesday, November the 3rd. In addition to the returning slate of rewards, this year's Night Rebels will include new versions of the Night Rebels cloak, hat, and a new robe called the Hag Queen's Attire. So, Night Rebels incoming. Yes. Favorite time of year is Night Rebels. And I shall be running it a lot. Beaker, I'm looking at you. He knows. Poor Beaker. I make him do Night Rebels ad nauseum. Sorry. The 2024 Night Rebels candies and other expiring ingredients have now expired. There is a known issue with this that we'll get to here in a moment. Some frills and rocks in Isle of Dread and Myth D have been adjusted as part of the follow-up work to a recent change on the procedural fill generation. So once again, more try to fix the server, lag, help, yada, yada, yada. And once again, you said you haven't played since this update, so not sure if it's any better, worse, good. I don't know. I haven't played either, so we will find out soon, hopefully. This update also includes some preparatory work for the delivery of the Armor of the Red Dragon. This is going to be a reward coming October 1st. This is part of the VIP Loyalty Reward Program benefit. So this is going to be the next thing. It's going to be a cosmetic armor. And I think there's an armor, helm, and I think a cloak, if I remember right. I would have to look at the VIP page.
They're really into fire right now.
Yeah.
They Red Dragon stuff. Plus,
they do seem to be, yeah. So, so there you go. So if you're excited about the new VIP reward, this update includes some work that needed to be done in preparation for that. Once again, that hits October 1st. You can pick that up from the VIP reward guy. Yes?
Maybe the reason we have all this fire stuff is to help to melt you after all the freezing you've done in Lemoria.
You know, that would make sense. Chill, fire. I see what you're doing there, SSG. I see. An issue has been corrected in the quest The Body Snatchers. This could cause some players to get stuck in a room with a cookbook if everyone in that room dies. Okay.
Stuck in a room with a cookbook if everyone in the room dies.
Apparently it's a bad thing. I'm not sure.
I don't remember anything going wrong with that quest, so.
Well, I guess you got lucky then. Like I said, I haven't ran any of it yet. Hopefully next week we're going to start running Ravenloft.
Ooh, okay.
Hopefully. That's my plan, unless I die again, but we'll see. Hopefully, and we do plan on streaming it. Spoiler alert for anybody that wants to watch me and Pineleaf play. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for Pineleaf, but you can watch me play DDO very badly on stream. Coming soon. Also, there's been a corrected issue in the quest Locked Away Part 2. This could cause some of the bomb ingredients not to register properly. The icon and the focus orb of the Lamordia bottle of mist have been adjusted to help differentiate it from the Mist of Ravenloft bottle of mist. Say that a couple times.
It was a rather subtle difference between the two items.
It was. I do remember that when I first got the Lemoria bottle and the Ravenloft bottle, I'm like, yeah, not a lot of difference in those.
Yeah, but in any case, seeing how clicking on either of them does the exact same thing, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. Like, just click one of them and you can go anywhere you want. I'm not sure. Also, they have done various polishes in the Lemoria Wilderness area. And this made me laugh, actually. Kobold warriors will now attack properly under certain conditions.
Ooh.
Like the conditions is you smack them in the face with the sword, they're going to attack you back? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, there you go.
What's the known issue?
The known issue has to do with the 2024 version of the Night Rebels ingredients. They are no longer in data. Copies currently in the bank may be dragged into your inventory, even, to delete them and free up the slots again. Copies of the 2024 Night Rebels ingredients in any crafting storage may leave behind stuck entries. So those stuck entries will be fixed soon in a future patch. So if you have candies in the bank, which I never understood why people bank candies, because they're always going to spoil. So why bother putting them in your bank? But whatever. If you have them in your bank, drag them out of your bank into your inventory. It's going to delete them. If you have them in your crafting storage, they're probably going to get stuck in there, but they will get cleaned up in a future patch. That's the short of it.
Well, all right. In any case, maybe some people were sticking them into the bank so that they can so they could do their transfers and the like. So they were sort of like packing them away.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I'll give you that. So There you go. There's our two releases that we've had in the past couple of weeks.
All right. So now that we've had that, let's go into our other fire-themed item, where apparently we're really going to get volcanic this time.
We are. We have a new Patron's Coffer that just hit the store today as we record this. This is going to be available in the store through October the 12th. This is going to be the Volcanic Patron's Coffer. Just like other coffers, there's going to be 3 variants of this. You get the Superior, the Greater, and just the regular old coffer. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I noticed they don't have the usual table breaking down each of them.
Yeah, it was kind of weird they didn't do that, but let's see if we can't break it down for you, though, a little bit here. The Superior Volcanic Coffer. This, of course, is a new Patron's Coffer containing an entire set of cosmetics, a cosmetic pet, and a mount themed around a fire-empowered warrior. So this is going to include the Volcanic Plate Armor Cosmetic, the Plate Helm Cosmetic, the Cloak, and you're going to get 20 character bank slots on the character of your choice. To gain access to the cosmetics and the character storage, you just speak with Zienna in the Eberron Hall of Heroes. The creature companion and the mount will automatically add to your character next time you log in. Yeah. So
somehow I don't think this is going to go quite right with my Frost Monk.
No, probably not. Probably not going to. And I just realized when I claimed this reward, I screwed up and I claimed the character space on the wrong character. That was my fault.
How did you?
I just realized I did that. Yeah, because I talked to the guy to get my character slot, and I didn't. I was going to get the extra character bank slots on a different character, but that's okay.
Oh, and you told him you wanted even the stuff that is...
I did. I just realized that.
Oops.
Yeah, I just realized that.
They do it the way they do it in DDO to help to avoid that type of situation.
Yeah, I just realized that. So anyway, that is the Greater, and that is 7,995 DDO points. And then there is the Greater, which basically, that's when I am confused. It basically has everything. What does this not have in it that the other one has in it? Let's see. The creature companion, the mount. Yeah, see, I'm not sure what the Greater...
That's the reason why I wanted
I'm confused here because
that chart.
Yeah, because the way this is written contains everything in the volcanic coffer as well as the plate, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm confused because this looks like it has everything.
Well, except for, there are the 20
there you
account
go.
storage.
There you go. That's what it is. Okay, the Superior has the 20 slots of account bank storage for a total of 30. The Greater has everything that we talked about, the mount, the cosmetics, and then that has 20 character bank slots. That's the difference. Okay. And that's going to be 3,995 DDO points. So once again, you get the cloak, the armor, the helm, the horse, and the creature companion, and you get 20 character bank on one character of your choice. This is where I messed up.
Yeah.
That's where I messed up. And then you also...
And it looks like that the... Yeah. Right, and the steed only comes with the superior.
Yeah, and like all the other ones, yeah, the steed only comes with the superior. So the greater is going to get you the plate armor, the plate helm, the cloak, 20 character bank slots, and then you get the creature companion with that. If you do want the steed, that comes with the superior only, which the past couple of coppers have been like that as well. If I remember right, the steed only comes with the big one. So once again, 3,995 points. And then if you just want the standard copper, which is going to be 1,995 points, this is going to get you the Great Axe cosmetic weapon, the Volcanic Glamored Weapon Aura, the Phoenix Creature Companion, and you're going to get 10 slots of account bank storage. So that is the standard Volcanic copper for 1,995 points. And then they do say it's only possible to get a total of additional 20 slots of character bank on one character and the 30 slots of shared account bank space to your account through the copper offerings. It is not possible to purchase a lower tier and then purchase the higher copper. So it would get you no additional storage.
So... No, they've plugged in all the loopholes for cheating the system and getting more than they intended. Okay, now we know the big thing that's on sale. Now, what else is on sale?
Well, this week in the store sales, this is your final weekend to get the double bonus points. That is going to go through September the 28th. So we're recording the show on the 25th. So as we record this, the show should come out tomorrow morning. So you'll just have a couple days left to get the double or twice the bonus points in the DDO store. And then we have that Patron's Copper, which we just talked about. Once again, that is through October the 12th. Then the store sales for this week is the Hack and Slash sale. 25% off. That's going to include your Slayer boost, your loot boost, your shared storage through October the 2nd. And the weekly coupon code this week is a long-lasting Cat's Agility Potion. You're going to get 5 of those. With the coupon code DEFTDEX, 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 also through October the 2nd.
All right, and that's it for our game news this week. So let's have a look at what's coming in from the dungeon. A collector's quest, heritage auctions to host Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games showcase.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool auction, actually. There is some really awesome stuff that is going up on the auction block, as it were. This is all some classic Dungeons and Dragons role-playing games. This event is a treasure trove for fans with a wide array of original artwork, some rare modules, and some other unique memorabilia from our favorite golden age of our favorite RPG. So if you ever wanted to get some cool RPG books that you don't have, now is your chance.
The Tomb of Horrors, that's one.
That is one of them, yeah. Like if you go over, I linked the auction site, Heritage Auctions. I linked it over in the article on the show notes. There is so much in this. Yeah, it's Tomb of Horrors is one. There's some Al-Qadim stuff. There's some Ravenloft stuff as well. Most of these that are up for auction are actually ones that have been graded. So they're actually graded condition wise, and a lot of these are in really good condition. If that matters to you, it's basically for the collector. But yeah, so if you want to get some stuff, and some of this stuff right now is actually not bad priced so far I mean, I'm sure this will, go up as time goes on, but like the original rulebook supplement #1 for Greyhawk, this is the second printing of that. That's currently at $80, which is not horrible for that. Original supplement to Blackmore, that's actually up at $210 right now.
Yeeks!
Yeah. So there you go. And your results may vary. Like so far, the most expensive thing there is the D&D Original Edition in a wood grain box set. It's the third printing of it from 1975. That is a mere $5,750 right now. So it's fine.
Okay.
And the astute among you might notice something on page 2 of the auction by a certain person that has been on this podcast many, many a time. Yes, some of Beaker's work when he worked at TSR is actually up in this auction, and I may or may not have a bid in on one of the things.
Oh.
And I'm going to get him to sign it if I win it. Because I know the author. I'm special. I kid. But some Beaker stuff is in this auction too. But this is cool. So if it's fun just to like look through the listings and see. I mean, there's like a lot of stuff I would love to have. There's some Ravenloft stuff in here that I would love to have that, like, I believe it or not, I don't have, which is shocking because I have most of the Ravenloft stuff, but there is some Ravenloft stuff in here that I do not have.
I would presume that your gaps in Ravenloft are not from Barovia, that they're from other locations.
Yeah, it's the other locations, exactly. So there you go. This auction is running through October. Let me see. I think they said, no, I can't find it. Hang on, my page reset. I got to look again. October the 12th, it looks like, I think. Yes. So plenty of time to get in and bid. This is just, like I said, this is just some really cool stuff. And once again, it's kind of nice that most of the stuff is graded. If you're a serious collector, like most collectors are looking for the graded stuff. So this is actually CGC certified, and they certify it's like a first or second edition print, and then they will grade it. There's some other original artwork that's in here too. That stuff is really expensive. But this is a chance for seasoned collectors and, of course, new enthusiasts to the hobby to get some of these cool pieces of history at some decent price. Yes. I mean, there's some decent prices on some of this stuff. Like, some of the stuff is crazy, like you would think it would be. But so Heritage Auctions D&D, go check it out. Like I said, there's a link in the show notes on the article. It's fun just to look at this and go, wow, I want that.
Let's then have a look at another type of bundle. That's the Humble Software Bundle, where the Dungeon Master's Tabletop Essentials, 3D printable scenery, and accessories.
Yeah, there is so much stuff in this for like a crazy cheap price. So if you are new to 3D printing hobby and you want to get a good bundle that's going to get you 96 different STL files for you to print, everything from a fantasy crops for some foreign lands. There's also some crypt accessories. There's some bookcases. There's some spell slot trackers that you can print out to keep track of what spells you're using. There's bookcases, there's bridges, there's paths, there's dwarven churches, there's houses. Like, you name it, it's probably in this bundle. Once again, if you pay the $30, which will get you all 96 STL files, it's a really good value. And like I said, there's so much stuff in here to print. You would be set not just for D&D, like some of the stuff you could use for other games as well. There's also some character minis in here as well that you can print. So it's not just scenery and accessories. There's some minis that you can print out. And there's also a couple PDF modules included in this as well that you can print out. So, and some of the stuff that you print can be used in those PDF modules that you get. So yeah, this is a really good bundle, especially if you're into 3D printing. So check it out. This is running through. Why does my screen keep resetting? I apologize. This is running through. I do not know because my screen messed up. Usually Humble bundles give you a couple weeks to get into them. I can't see it because my screen messed up. I don't know what's going on. But this also does support a charity as
October 9th.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what is going on with my computer. So there you go. October the 9th. And this is raising money for a charity, which once again, I do not know because I cannot get the page to open now. So hopefully you still have the page up. I don't know what is going on. No Kid Hungry is their charity. I'm sorry. And I apologize for all of the issues I am having. I don't know what is up on my computer. I shall shoot it later accordingly.
Maybe it has your virus.
It might very well be. The plague has infected my computer.
Okay, well, before it gets any worse, let's get on and see what's on the tabletop. Where they have announced the 2025 Toy Hall of Fame finalists. And is this image of the finalists?
It is.
Quite an impressive list there.
Yeah, this is really good. We always talk about this, and sometimes it's like, really, that's a finalist. This one is like, okay, I could see any of these actually getting into the Toy Hall of Fame, and some of these I'm like, how is this not in the Toy Hall of Fame already?
Yeah, there are a couple of them that seem that way. Yes.
The first one, of course, is Catan, like formerly called Settlers of Catan. Now it's just called Catan. This burst onto the scene in '95, and this, I would say, ushered in the board game hobby as we know it. Like, most people will say this was their gateway game to get them into board games. Like, Catan is it. How is this not in the Toy Hall of Fame?
Yes, I was at the Origin, so I guess it was 30 years ago, or maybe the year after that, since it was the U.S. We're at Origins, where this was the day when Catan was getting their first English edition.
Oh wow, really? Nice.
So I was at Origins when that was happening, and the English edition was just coming out, and there was also a booth from Cosmos which was selling the German edition. So
yeah. For a long time, that was the only way to play Catan is you had to get the German edition.
Right. So my first game of it was the day before the exhibit hall opened up, so therefore someone was showing me how to play it. So we're using a German edition. The German edition. Nice. Since the English edition had another 12 hours before it was coming out.
Oh, that's amazing. Also on the list is Fisher-Price Little People. Again, how is this not in the Hall of Fame? Like, this is like my favorite toy from my childhood ever.
Oh, okay. Strange thing, I never even heard of it.
You never heard of what? How have you never heard of the Little People? They're little chunky little people. And then they had like farms and houses and schools and vans and boats and helicopters. And you really have never heard of Little People?
Wow. I guess not, unless it somehow has.
That surprises me. But yeah, Pictionary. Again, how is this not, like, some of the stuff just surprises me this year, yeah. Pictionary's been around since 1985, believe it. This, of course, is the go-to game for guessing, what the heck somebody is trying to draw, even if they can't draw. And then back from 1989, the Game Boy. It changed portable entertainment and video game portability forever.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, how is this not in there already?
And then the next one is like, okay.
Yeah, the White Bright. What? Okay. Sure, yeah. And then Sand. Yes, Sand.
Sand. You mean?
Sand.
As in stuff that you find on a beach?
Yep, just sand. You can build sandcastles. You can put it in a sandbox. You can construction in it. You can do whatever you want with it. Just sand.
Terrain for G.I. Joe?
Sure. Whatever you want, sand can get it for you. So there you go. There is the finalist for our Toy Hall of Fame. Public is invited to vote from September 18th through September the 25th. So today, go now, vote.
How many make it?
There's going to be, they whittle it down to 3, and then judges also will put some in, and then the final inductees for the class of 2025 will be announced in the Strong Museum. Usually it's about the second week of November.
Okay.
I just can't believe, like, Catan, Little People, and the Game Boy are not in here yet. So there you go.
Then let's continue on where the Hobbit, There and Back Again adventure game has been announced. Now, there hasn't been a game called that already?
Shockingly, no, because I looked. And I'm like, there had to have been a There and Back Again. But shockingly, there has not been. Until now. Yes, this is coming from Office Dog is a company that's putting this out. And of course, it's designed by, some guy called Reiner Knizia. You may have heard of him, possibly.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
He's done a couple games. This is designed by Reiner Knizia. This is what is kind of captivating about this is the presentation of the game. It's designed for 1 to 4 players. It's going to use a series of adventure books. Each player is going to have their own adventure book. These are not just your typical game board, though. They're very thick, dry erase books. They will serve as your journey log. As you play, you're going to use dry erase markers to chart your path. You're going to record some progress. You'll maybe add some things, maybe have to erase some things as the game progresses. There's going to be 8 unique chapters. Each chapter is going to be based on an iconic moment from the novel, such as the encounter with the trolls, the riddles in the dark, and of course, you are going to confront, that little dragon called Smaug. You're going to use some dice drafting, as well as some strategic choices as you go along. There's going to be 5 6-sided dice and 1 12-sided dice included. Players will take turns rolling the dice. Each player is going to roll a pool of the dice, and then each player is going to select a single dice. And then as the dice are chosen, they are used to perform actions, collect resources, or maybe overcome obstacles, all depending on what is in your adventure book. And your book will be different than somebody else's book. So that's going to offer a lot of depth and strategy on how you do it, and that's going to make the game pretty unique to each player and how they play it. There is thought put into the game for different modes of play as well. So it is going to be a true solo mode, and then there's going to be a hard mode as well. But the solo mode actually is a dedicated solo mode, so it's not like something that was just added on and it's like, it's kind of a co-op game, so we can make it solo. No, this is truly designed around a specific solo mode. And then if you want to play a little harder, you can do a challenge mode, which they're calling hard mode. That's going to offer increased complexity, and of course, difficulty is going to ramp up as well. This is scheduled for a fall 2025 release. It should be found in any friendly local game store. If they don't have it, they can order it for you. I'm assuming most game stores are just going to carry this, but if you're specifically looking for this, stop in at your local friendly local game store and have them order it for you. It's also going to be available on all the online marketplaces as well. But once again, The Hobbit, There and Back Again, coming soon, fall of 2025. So not too long from now. They didn't give a specific date, but I would assume within probably about end of October, early November, I would think.
All right, Reiner Knizia.
Reiner Knizia designing a Hobbit game.
Okay, and that's it for our tabletop news. So let's head on into our week in gaming. what have you been up to?
Trying not to die of the Ravenloft plague. You're welcome that I survived it, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't done nothing but been sick for like 2 weeks.
All right, then I'll go into it. In DDO, my Tabaxi monk has made it over to Sharn, and I ran through the Masterminds of Sharn and through the Soul Splitter. I also tried going down into the cogs, saying all this, and where I learned the joy of not being able to find any of the dungeon. I can't understand why they decided to make it so hard to find in those walk-in dungeons on there, but it's like I spent half an hour trying to look for those dungeons. This is looking at a map, trying to find.
Yeah, it's a little difficult down in the cogs for sure.
Yeah, I just forget it. I'm out of here.
Nope. Hard pass.
Okay. See, so I decided I did Mastermind Sharn, and I'm mostly through the Soul Splitter series right now. So that's what I could do for Sharn. And after that, I'll be ready to move on to other pastures. Now, my Dampier monk, I've ran through Ravenloft, through the Mist of Ravenloft, so all the way through there. Then I went into the Sands, and I attempted every quest every non-raid quest in there. And then at the end, I finally was reminded why I don't generally do this.
Yeah, I'm surprised you actually. When I saw this, I'm like, you did the Sands, really?
Well, because I had forgotten about the final boss in the Sands.
Because I can usually never convince you to run these.
Yeah, and as I said, because there are a couple of dungeons there I don't mind, but that last one, I was wondering, why don't I remember ever doing this? I don't remember doing this. Then I saw the final bosses. Oh, now I remember this dungeon and why I excised it from my mind. I hate that boss. That is my second least favorite boss in all of DDO. And I think you have a pretty good guess as to my least favorite bosses. Or maybe not. Anyway, so I went to the Sands and, as I said, failed miserably in that last boss fight. And then I did the Planar Eyes. So I'm just heading over to Mithranor and getting ready to start over there. And in Tabletop, I was playing Battle of Hoth. And that's it for my weekend gaming. If you would like to provide us with any feedback, you could do as the KFan517 did and send us a comment on YouTube. And who said, really appreciate the deep dive into the chill of Ravenloft updates and the Ghost server roadmap. The clarity on transfer timelines and performance fixes was generally helpful. Thanks for keeping the community in the loop. I just started playing again and look forward to them working on the lag. I think everybody is looking forward to them working on the lag.
Amen.
And yes, you could either send a comment, such as we had on YouTube, or you could even send us an email at podcast@ddoplayers.com. And of course, we also appreciate anyone who has provided us with donations or anything like that, with a special thanks to Or Gaming Network for their support. Anything about this, Drac?
Yeah, it's just one of our latest patrons over on our Patreon, and they're at the level where they get a shout out on a podcast. So there you go. We're shouting them out.
Oh, it's been a long time since someone's did one of those.
It has been, yeah. So yeah, or Gaming Network. So check them out.
Or Gaming Network.
Not exactly sure what kind of gaming network it is. I will look more into that, but we appreciate your support over on Patreon very much.
Players Alliance has 2 shows. On Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we record Local Players News, and we record DDO Players News when Drac is available. You can choose for our shows at ddoplayers.com/live. And that is all for tonight then. This is Pilot Needles reminding you to quest responsibly.